Good morning. So my friends call me Jimbo. Reason I want to make this video today is because I just bought this new boat. Um, did a bunch of research online. I watched videos on YouTube and looked at a bunch of different manufacturers. And I thought I wanted a bass tracker. And the reason is because there's so many dang videos out there. Everywhere you turn, there's a, you know, I call them an unboxing video where they pull the boat home and you show all the stuff on it where it's brand new, which, I mean, hell, you can do that at a dealership. But then they had, where they had the boat a year, they had the boat 2 years, 3 years, kind of show, what they liked and didn't like, what broke, what held up. And so I thought I wanted a tracker. I ended up going to a dealership in Perry, Georgia, the Sports Center. Great guys. I went over there, looked at the trackers, and when I walked up to it, kind of put my hands on it, and looked at the fit and finish, I thought, I mean, it's a nice boat, but I mean, I guess it'll do. It'll do what I want it to do. Then they had another boat sitting there, different brand. I looked at it, kind of liked it better than the tracker. Then the sales guy, I was talking to him, and he said, "Well, have you looked at Lowe yet?" I said, I mean, I saw some stuff online. I said, but I think they're out of my price range. When I said that, he responded with, "Well, if you're looking to buy," what I wanted was a bass tracker, the 175 TXW. And he said, if you're looking at that, you can afford a Lowe. So I went and looked at it, and the more I got looking around at the boat, I liked it. I liked the fit and finish better. I liked the welds on it looked better. The trailer looked better. It was a better design. I just liked the boat better. So I ended up going with the Lowe. So I ended up going. Really? Get down. I swear. But anyway, so I ended up going with the Lowe, and I like it. I like the storage. You're gonna have to go do. You got to go somewhere else. I like the storage in it. I like the way it's set up. But then I went home and I was trying to watch some videos and just see, what other people said about them. And I couldn't find very many videos. About the only thing I could find was dealerships making videos of their boat sitting, inside of their building or out in the parking lot. And like I said about the trackers, I can go to a dealership and do that myself. So I wanted to see some videos from somebody that had the boat. And there's really not much out there, so I thought I'd make one. So this is the boat I got. It's the Lowe Stinger 175. I originally wanted white because I figured that in the summertime it would be nice and cool. But the more I got to look at this boat, I just fell in love with the color. I had to get it. So I went with they already had a 60 on the back. So I went ahead and just kept it. Talked to the sales guy about it. These boats don't weigh nothing. It's like 1,100 pounds or something like that. So it really doesn't take a whole lot to make this thing go. So I ended up going with the 60. There's actually the dealership I got it from. Like I said, awesome guys. They did me really good. But this is the boat. And it wouldn't be dirty river fishing if there wasn't a little muck on it. So, like I said, people bring these things home and they show you what they look like clean. I want to show you what it looks like after I used it. I added a few things to it. It came with I want to say a 45 thrust trolling motor. And so I went ahead and had them swap out while they were at it, put this one on there. I think the difference was like $200 or $300. It wasn't much. They also added me, let's see if you can see it here. So I've got active target on the front. I've got another one on the back I'll show you in a bit. But They went ahead and added that at the factory for me. I knew I was going to want it at some point, so I said, screw it, just go ahead and put it on there. It did not come with a spare tire. Looks like most of them don't come with a spare tire, which is crazy. So I bought this one. It's just a cheap one. The spare tire that matches these, which let me swing back here and show you. Yeah, I told you I use this boat. These spare tires were like $450 a piece for that rim. This one I think cost me like 139 bucks. And the mount actually came off of another Lowe trailer that they had in the back. So he just pulled the mount off and gave it to me. I'm gonna eventually get one of those like vinyl covers and put over it so you can't see it. Just make it look a little bit better. So here's the other. Yeah, so that's, I love how it's just built into the dash, just flush. So I got a 9-inch on the front and I got a 7 on the back. I told him I wanted a 9 if it could put a 9, but they said this was all that would fit. But honestly, I mean, when you're sitting this close to it, it looks just fine. I mean, you know, I mean, from that point of view, it's big right in front of you. It's plenty fine. These are all the gauges and stuff that are on it. You've got your tack. There's actually a trim gauge there, if you can see. Wow, I don't know if you guys could hear that, but that was a little excessive. Maybe this will work. Yeah, so there you go. You've got a tilt gauge there. You've also got your speedometer over here and your fuel gauge. Speedometer actually works. I was surprised. In boats I've had in the past, it didn't work, which I've got it on that Lowrance too, but it actually works. So you've got all your regular switches, lights, interior lights, your main power, accessories, horn, live well, your bilge. Your shifter. You know, one of the things that I noticed about this boat, it's got a cup holder there, and then it's got one flip out cup holder right there. And that's it. You know, when you look at the trackers, they advertise that they've got like, I think 9 cup holders or something. I mean, honestly, who needs 9 cup holders? You know, honestly, I take my water bottle and I sit it right there and it stays put the whole time, you know, unless I'm drinking out of it. I don't know why I need that many. So to show you a little bit of interior on the boat, I guess I'll start off here in the back. Yes, the boat is still new, and plus the carpet's really nice. I wanted carpet instead of that vinyl flooring. The carpet, I think, just stays cooler, and I like walking around barefoot, so it's more cushion on my feet. So I wanted carpet. Whenever it tears up, I'll just get some more. This is the back. It came with one battery, or no, I'm sorry. It came with a cranking battery and a trolling motor battery. I had them add a second battery, and they also added me a charger, 3-bank charger over there. So I don't know how everybody else does it, but I just fished my plug up through there so I can plug it up to my charger. Works really good. That way I don't have to keep opening this lid. So that actually fit perfect. Oh, something else too. On some of them that I was looking at, some of the boats I was looking at, you'd have 2 spots for a battery, and then if you wanted a third battery, they had to completely reorganize and mount, you know, a new, what do you call it, the little plastic tray. They had to mount a new tray and everything in there. With this one, it just had an opening with the wires there, so all they had to do was drop another battery in it. So that worked really, really well. It's got 2 of these in the back. They fit tackle trays. I want to say it's like the 70, I don't know, here I'll tell you. Oop. These, which I think this is a 3750 box, plain old 3750 box, so it'll fit 3 of them in there. And then on the other side, same thing. You can put 3 more in there. What I've been fishing out of, I've had a couple boats, but what I've been fishing out of the last couple of years was a kayak. And so moving from a kayak to this, I've got so much space, I really don't know what to do with all of it. So I'm just gonna leave these open for whoever fishes with me, they can use it. I guess while we're at it, I'll jump ahead and I'll go back, but this is where I keep all my tackle. I've got it organized, these 3750 boxes, they fit perfect. They're right up underneath here. So when you close the lid, it works fine. Keep my towel, I keep a rain jacket up here, just in case. But I mean, it's got plenty of room for what I do. And all these hatches up here lock, which is nice. If I'm staying in a hotel or something. Back here for just a second again. It's got a good size live well in the back, and it's actually got the minnow bucket, bait bucket that goes in there. I took it out because I just don't need it right now, but it drops in. And you can also get dividers in there if you want. It didn't come with any, but I mean, I'm sure I could make something, or they're available somewhere. I liked how not all of these boats have storage underneath them. I mean, underneath the seats here. This one's got a pretty good amount of storage under there. I keep a small tackle box, fire extinguisher, some other stuff. The stuff that you really don't need a whole lot, or you hope you don't need it. And under this one, it's just got some more junk. It's pretty easy to get to, but it's just not the stuff I use all the time. This one, unfortunately, does not lift. I may see at some point if I can figure out a way to access that underneath there, but this doesn't lift. I wish it did. But it did come with this nice pad on top so you can step on it. You've got another seat if you want it, or you can just use it as a step. It actually works really well. We've just left it down the whole time. I like this console. It's actually fiberglass instead of, some of them are plastic. Get off there, bug. One of the things I noticed that I liked was, so it's got your old-fashioned cigarette plug, but built in it's also got the USB and that USB-C or whatever you call that thing. Let's see if we can see it from over here. Oh, yeah, that other plug. So those are already built in. You don't have to add it or anything. I've seen where some people, they take like a cigarette adapter and plug it in. That's got these, but this one's already got it here, which is really nice, so you can charge your stuff. Let's see. I don't think last year's model, this one's actually a 2025. Last year's model, this section over here was just open. And with the side of the boat right here, it just comes down at an angle. And so you can't really put anything there. I like this, the way they built this. It just raises it up, so you know, whoever's fishing with you, or if you just want to leave some rods out, you can stick them in this hole so they don't flop around anywhere, and just lay them. You can lay them between right there in the seat, and they won't go anywhere. Works really nice. There's that other cup holder I was talking about. And I like how it's just out of the way. I mean, if you don't need it, you don't need it. So, I heard a lot of stuff about the, and I hate to sound like I'm trashing the tracker boats. They're nice, but there was just some things that I just didn't understand why they did it that way. But like, it came with a step right here that was doubled as a cooler, and everybody online was saying that the cooler was terrible. I mean, it held water, but it wouldn't hold ice. So this one's just a step with storage. I just keep junk in there, but this one's like the easiest one to get to. So, you know, random stuff, bug spray, sunscreen. I keep my pliers in there when I'm not using them, you know, stuff like that. And it's just super easy to get to. So as you come up here, get my drink out of the way. Ooh, I'll use the cup holder. Maybe not. Screw it. So it's got this rod locker, which I really like. Some of them that I saw had rod tubes, and I really didn't want rod tubes. This one's just open, and as you can see, I can fit quite a few rods in there, and I can actually put some more. I've got, I think, 12 or 13 in there right now. Say hello to the dog. But I don't know if we'll be able to see or not, but it goes way up in there, and it's just up into the front of the boat. And so I have put an 8-foot rod in there. It's kind of tricky to get it in there. Most of these are like 7.6, 7.8, something like that, and they fit just fine. Just got to be careful sticking them in there with the other ones. Like I told my son, just, you know, gently slide it up in there and kind of work it out. You know, once we take them out to fish with them, we can leave them up on the deck, but for riding and stuff, it's great. You can pack them all in there. They're not going anywhere. And just like the other compartments, it locks. You have to push down on these to get them to close sometimes, because I think it's just new and the weather stripping is tight on it. But hey, that's fine with me. I'd rather it be tight than loose. Let's see, I already showed you this one where I keep my tackle storage. This one, I don't really want this, but it was here. It's another live well, so I just keep my catch board in there. Because I mean, you really don't want to put anything in there that may get wet. But I mean, I guess if you're crappie fishing or something, you could use it. I don't really see a need for it, for me anyway. I probably need to leave this open and dry out a little bit. It's got a little bit of condensation from last time we went. But then you've got this compartment over here. I hope you guys can see. I hope this lighting isn't too terrible. As you can see, so I'm used to fishing out of a kayak. Let me get these out of the way. So this storage compartment here, I just went and bought a couple extra of these and threw them in here. This compartment here, this is where they hooked me up for my live scope or active target. They put me another battery in here, mounted it, you know, it's solid in there. Then they've got my active target unit. They put me a, what is it, the expansion port. And then I got another charger up here. So I got another charger for this battery. And so all I've got to do is just pull this cord out, plug it in with my other one, and everything stays charged, which is really nice. You know, I really didn't want to spend all this money when I bought the boat, but I figured, hey, you know, what do they say? Buy once, cry once, or something like that. So I said, just get it out of the way, buy it. Get these back in here. Again, you got to push down on these some because it's, but I like it that way though. So anyway, that's my boat. I plan on doing some more videos like this of some other things that I find. But I really like it so far. So stay tuned for more dirty river fishing content.